In this video, I will show you how to create meetings in Google Meet from Notion automatically. So here I'm going to integrate Notion and Google Meet in such a way that whenever I add any new meeting details or upcoming meeting details in Notion, using these details, a meeting will be scheduled automatically in Google Meet application. Yes, it is possible. You do not even have to open your Google Meet application. Simply add the details here and your meetings will be scheduled automatically in this software, and any non-technical person can create this automation very easily. Sounds interesting, right? So if you also want to set this automation for yourself, come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So this is the Notion application where I'm going to manage all the upcoming meeting details, and I'm going to integrate it with the Google Meet with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software. And since I'm an existing user of Pabbly Connect, you can see I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'm providing the name as schedule meetings in Google Meet from Notion. Okay, I'm providing this particular name. Now simply click on create, and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. So these are actually trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. So basically you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, so let's understand with an example. Let's say whenever sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. And here, according to our use case, whenever you add any new data in Notion application related to the meeting, then automatically schedule meetings in Google Meet software. Well, here I will select Google Meet. Okay, so this is how I have selected both the applications in trigger and the action window. Now the idea here is I am going to connect these 2 applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. So firstly I will select a trigger event, that is new database item. Okay, so as soon as I am going to add a new database item, or you can say new meeting details, this automation will trigger, or I can say the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so simply click on connect, click on add a new connection, click on connect with Notion, and then it will ask you the access of your Notion application. But I have already provided this access. Basically I am already logged in, so instead of asking me the access, it is asking me the permission. Okay, so here I will select the pages, and here you will notice all the pages are visible here. So I'm going to provide the access to only this specific page, that is all upcoming meeting and plans. Okay, all my upcoming meeting plans. Okay, I have clicked on allow access, the authorization is successful, and my Notion application is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now here you will notice the database is started visible here. Okay, it is the same database which I have created in Notion. Okay, and as soon as I am going to click on this button, you will notice all the meeting details will be captured via Pabbly Connect, and here you can notice the response is received. Let me show you the details one by one. Okay, so firstly you can check here I have scheduled the meeting date as 22nd of May 2023. The meeting timing is 9 AM. Here we have the meeting name, meeting details, and email ID of the person with whom I am planning to conduct the meeting. Okay, now I will come back to Pabbly Connect and let me show you the details. Okay, so this is the same timing of the meeting. Okay, here we have the meeting name. Okay, here we also have the meeting description, that is we will be discussing the Pabbly roadmap. Okay, let me show you this. Here also we will be discussing the Pabbly roadmap. I'm sorry for that, it should be roadmap. Okay, let me also show you other details. Alright, so here we have the meeting timing, and where is the address? Okay, email address. Here we have the email address also. So we have received all the data in this response, and the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between Notion and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen, whenever you and your team members will add any meeting details here, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect in every 8 hours. Okay, why in 8 hours? Because this trigger will check for the new data in 8 hours. Basically the trigger here is the polling based, which will capture the data in every 8 hours. Okay, so the first step of our automation is absolutely done. Now moving further, I want to schedule the meetings. Okay, so firstly I will select the action event as schedule a meeting. Simply click on connect, and just like we have built the connection in Notion and Pabbly Connect, now we will build the connection in Google Meet and Pabbly Connect, for which I have selected the add a new connection. Clicking on this button, and then you will have to provide the access of your Google Meet account. Well, I have provided this access multiple times, so how about I go with the existing connection. You can also go with the existing connection if you have built this connection in the first time. Okay, so here you can notice my Google Meet application is also connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now whatever the calendars are available inside my Google Calendar, now you must be thinking why this calendar work, because whatever the meetings I am going to schedule, those meetings will be scheduled into our Google Calendar only, and from Google Calendar only you can join that Google Meet. Okay, don't worry, don't get confused, I'll show you everything. Okay, so coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can notice whatever the calendars are available inside my calendar, inside my Google Calendar, have started visible in Pabbly Connect also. And here I have created a calendar with the name Pabbly Connect, and in this calendar only I'm going to schedule all the upcoming meetings of the Google Meet. Okay, so let me search for the same. This is the Pabbly calendar. Now it is asking for the summary of the meeting, the description of the meeting, the start and end time of the meeting, and the attendee email. Okay, so I am going to provide the details one by one, but from where? Well, we have received the data into our previous step, so basically I am going to send this particular data in my Google Calendar application, or basically into the Google Meet application. And the interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy these details and paste it here. Okay, I am going to map these details, and mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field and you will find the same data, the above data, here in the drop down. Okay, so let me search for the summary of the meeting. Well, we had the summary as Pabbly roadmap discussed of next 6 months, asking for the description. So let me search for the description as well. So here we have the description as we will be discussing the Pabbly roadmap in details. Okay, so I have provided the description of the meeting as well. Now it is asking for the start date and end date, and here it has also specified that the date and timing should be in this specific format. Okay, basically in this YYYYMMDDHHMMSS. So here the year, the month, date, and then hours, minutes and second will appear. Okay, so let me first to show you the date and time which I have mentioned into my Notion application. Well, I have specified the date and time separately, but here in Google Calendar it is asking me to provide the date and time in this specific format. So what we are going to do, okay, don't worry about that, I'll show you the shortest way, the interesting way. Okay, simply click on this particular field, basically in the start field, and open this drop down, and firstly we will map the date. Okay, so we have specified the date as 22nd of May 2023, and as per the given format I will manually add this T in order to match with this particular format, and further I will add the timing. Okay, so here we have the timing of meeting, that is 9 AM, and lastly I will also add this Z. Okay, so in this way I have successfully mapped my start date, and the interesting thing is I have not added any extra step in order to convert this particular timing into this specific time zone. Okay, so I have successfully mapped the start date, asking for the end date. Well, I have only the start date of the meeting. I do not have the end date, so from where I am going to provide this end date timing? So we can assume that this meeting will last for at least 1 hour, so how about I add 1 hour in this existing timing, and this is how I will get the timing of 10 AM which I will be mapping here. Okay, so how it can be performed? You will have to add one more extra step before your Google Meet action step. Okay, so I am clicking on this plus icon, and we can perform this addition and subtraction of date and timing with this date and time formatter feature, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can perform various kind of operations within your date and time. And currently this time I will select this add subtract timing. Simply click on connect and it will be connected immediately. Now it is asking that which particular date you would like to format, basically which particular date you would like to modify. Okay, so I would like to modify my existing date, basically the start date. Okay, so let me provide the same, and again how about I provide the date in the same format? So let me search for the date firstly. Okay, so here we have the date, that is 22nd of May 2023. Then I will add this T as per the instruction. Then I will add the timing, that is 09. Okay, so here we have the timing, and lastly I will add this Z, asking for the expression. Well, I would like to add 1 hour extra in this particular expression, so that is why I'm specifying this. Okay, in case you want to add months in your specific date, in case you want to subtract a few days, this is how you can specify your expression and perform your operation, asking for the to and from format. So I have specified this date in this YYYYMMDD HHMMSS. Okay, so let me search for the same format. Okay, so here we have YYYYMMDD T and HHMMSS and then Z. Okay, and in the from format and to format, in both the format I will specify the same. Okay, so let me search for the same YYYYMMDD HHMMSS, clicking on save, and this time I am really expecting the time of after 1 hour, and yes, I have received the exact date and time, that is 22nd of May and 10 am. Okay, here you can notice we have provided the timing of 9 am, and then further we have provided the expression as 1 hour, and finally we have the timing of after 1 hour, which I can successfully map in the end timing. Okay, so when I'll click on this field, you will notice that the recent data will not be visible here, so I'll have to refresh it. But if I will refresh my workflow, my step will be removed. So I can do one more thing, simply click on connect and click on save, and this is how your automation will be refreshed, your step will not be removed, and this is how you will be able to access the recent date and time also. Okay, so I have mapped the date and time successfully here as end date. Okay, that is 10 am, asking for the attendee email. So again I'm clicking on this particular field, searching for the email address of the attendee, mapped it successfully, asking for the request ID, enter the random unique ID. Well, nothing could be better than this email ID because this is random as well as unique. Okay, so how about I map the same here, that is the email address. Okay, so I have provided all the details. Now I am going to click on this button, and you will notice how a meeting will be scheduled automatically in my Google Calendar on this specific day, because I have specified the date and time of the 22nd May only. Here you can notice 22nd May, and this is the month of May 2023. Clicking on this button, fingers crossed, wait for the response, and here you can notice the positive response is received. Let me go back, and here you can notice on 22nd the meeting has been scheduled, and if I will open this meeting, you can notice anyone can join the meeting, the Google Meet, from this particular button. But here is an interesting twist. You can notice we have provided the date and time as 9 am and 10 am in the start and end meeting time, but in our calendar it has taken the timing as 2:30 and 3:30. Why it happens? Because if I'll come back to Pabbly Connect, you can notice it has clearly mentioned that you'll have to provide the date and time in UTC format, and we have directly provided the date and time of our local timing, that is Asia and Kolkata. Okay, well, I have intentionally not mentioned this thing earlier so that I can show you everything from scratch in detail, so that you can understand it, how the conversions can happen, that how this type of time difference will happen. Okay, other than this time difference, you can notice we have the meeting topic, we have the description, we even have the email address of the attendee. Okay, so we have all the data correct except this timing. So now we will be fixing this timing also, and it is also very easy with Pabbly Connect. Moving further, I am going to add this date and time formatter feature once again, and then we will be doing a conversion from Asia Kolkata to UTC format. Okay, so clicking on this plus icon, and again I will add date and time formatter. Okay, and how about I rename these two steps so that I will not get confused. Okay, so here I will provide the name something like modified date. Okay, modified end date. Okay, it will be easier for me to differentiate in both the date and time steps. Okay, clicking on update, and here you can notice the step has been renamed, and again I will rename this step also something like start date time conversion, okay, because I am about to perform the same operation. Clicking on update, and this time we will be selecting this format date with the time zone instead of this add and subtract, okay. Clicking on connect, and it will be connected immediately, okay. And here I will first specify my start date, which was 22nd of May, okay. So this is the date. Again I will add this T, and then I will add the timing, okay. So we have mapped the date, timing, and I will add that Z also, okay. So I have specified the date. Asking for the from format, well, it is going to be the same, that is YYYYMMDDT HHMMSSZ, okay. And the to format will be the same. The only thing we will change here is the from time zone and to time zone, okay. So in this time zone I will search for the Asia and Kolkata, which is my local time zone, that is from India, okay. And now I will search for the UTC and ETC format. When I'll click on this button, you will notice that I will receive a different timing, but don't worry about that. When I will map this detail in my Google Calendar step, you will notice that the meeting will be scheduled at correct timings, okay. Moving further, well, this step for the start date timing, okay. Well, why this step has not renamed successfully, let me again rename it, okay. It should be start date time conversion, okay. Clicking on update. Alright, it is done. And now I will add this date and time step once again in order to convert the timing of my end timing, okay. So how about, instead of doing everything from scratch, I copy the same step and paste it below, okay. So firstly I have copied this step, and now I will be pasting this step, and this is how the same step will be cloned here. So firstly I am going to rename this step in order to avoid any kind of confusion, and here I will write as end date and time conversion, okay. Clicking on update, and here you can notice the step has been renamed successfully. Now I am going to change this date, okay. So here I will map the end timing of the meeting. Well, the from and to format again will be the same. The from time zone will be the same this time, and the to time zone will be the same this time, because remember we have pasted the step from our previous step. So that is why I don't need to do any changes. I don't need to make any changes. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and again this time also I will receive a different time zone. Now I am going to map these two time zones here. In place of the previous times, I will map these new date and time, okay. So let me first delete all the start date and time, okay. And this time I will add this converted start time, and in this end time also I will map this converted end time, okay. Where is the end time? Okay, so I think I have provided all the details. Now I'll be clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will notice that a new meeting will be scheduled, but at the different timings, but this time those timings is going to be correct, okay. So I have clicked on that button. Here you can notice the response is received, and let me wait for that meeting to be scheduled. And here you can notice the meeting has been scheduled, and this time the meeting has been scheduled at the correct date and time. Here you can notice Monday, May 22nd, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Here we have the summary, we have the link of the meeting from where attendee as well as you can easily join the meeting, and we have other details also, okay. So this is how now onwards, every time you and your team members are going to specify any meeting date and time along with all details, the meeting will be scheduled automatically on the same date and same timing. And in order to automate this process, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that, you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend, okay. And lastly, I would like to tell you a very important thing. Whenever you will add any new meeting detail, those meetings will be updated after 8 hours into our Google Calendar, because the trigger here is the polling base, which will check for the new data in every 8 hours. So if you are specifying the meeting of after 1 hour, 2 or basically within the duration of 8 hours, in that case it will be not useful. So you can consider that this is a kind of limitation of this automation. But after the 8 hours, whatever the meeting details you are going to add here, using those details the meetings will be scheduled automatically. So basically you can use this particular automation for your future meetings, for your upcoming meetings. Okay, and let me tell you one more very important thing. Whatever the details we have mapped here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, and whatever the details we are going to specify manually. Okay, so just like we have provided the data manually here, this data will remain same, only these details will be replaced automatically. Okay, so this is how this automation is going to take place, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. And just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this workflow inside my YouTube description box. Okay, so you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. Not just these applications, you can integrate multiple applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. My team will surely answer to your questions. This is the website of Pabbly Connect, and for the latest updates of Pabbly Connect and unique automation ideas, you can join our Facebook group, that is formget.deals. If you have found this video helpful in any way, share it with your friends and colleagues and also help them to automate their business. Like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.